Hello and welcome to a new video. This one is a special for the Alzheimer's Society, the Paint It Blue challenge for the diecast modelers community. The subject for this one is this elderly Lone Star truck. It's extremely basic, but it has its own sort of charm, and I thought this would be an ideal one to tackle for the Paint It Blue challenge. Kind of make a few little alterations and try to make it a bit more interesting. So I hope you enjoy the video. Simple enough strip apart, just cut through the axles for the wheels, which I'm going to be replacing, and that's all there is to it. Quickest strip ever, I think. Give it a quick polish up, sand out all the lumps and bumps as much as I can. Bit of a crude casting. Here we go, I've already primed it, and I'm going in with an aluminium fine as a base for the blue candy I plan to use as a top coat. Just building it up in nice even coats. Doesn't look like anything much at this stage, but when the candy's applied and later on lacquered, it really does help it to pop. Candy's not really very much more than a dye that you're spraying onto a car, onto the car or truck in this case. You have to build it up in layers, and you've got to try to be careful to count the amount of coat you're applying, because the more you put on, the darker it goes. So if you want it nice and even, you've got to keep an eye on the amount of coat you're applying. This is auto air that's going on. It's an older auto air candy. They do have a new one now, which I think is called Kratex H2O or 2O, which is rather a good mix, but this is old stuff that I've got and I'm just using up, and it's going on well enough for this little die cast. As I say, keep on trying to build it up in consistent coats to match up the colour. Now, this is one of the little alterations that I'm making. These are the kind of pins that you use for upholstery. I bought a pack of them from my local DIY. They've got a brass finish, and I'm polishing off the brass finish to expose the plain steel underneath. And I'm polishing up the steel with a Dremel here. Afterwards, I'll hold up one beside it for comparison so that you can see the difference that it's made. And these will eventually become a nice chrome hubcap for the black plastic wheels that come with the original Lone Star toy. Not quite sure what the truck's supposed to be. It's a gravel truck when it's got its stickers on and what have you. And I would say it's based on a 40s Ford, something of that nature, but it's very generic. There we go, I'm just holding the two up for comparison now, getting hold of a brass one on I haven't cleaned, and you can see the difference. It does make a nice little chrome hub, or will make a nice little chrome hub. I haven't lacquered the body yet, but I've sealed it so that I can handle it without damaging the paint. And I've cut this combination of balsa wood and little wooden stirrings to make a kind of stake bed for it. As I say, in order to liven up what's a very basic truck. Just setting them up now. Sorry about the autofocus flicking in and out. I don't think I had my lighting positioned as well as I might, and sometimes the colour seems to fade in and out a little bit. But unfortunately, I'd got it all finished before I realised I'd got an issue with the recording. So that's the sides all in. They're only a press fit at this point. And now I'm gluing in the edges for the stake bed. Fairly straightforward little jobs. We had marked them, but you can't quite see the pencil marks just to get them even. and just dropping them in as a little distancing piece here now before I put the next row on of planking, if you like. Just super glue's plenty good enough for these little wooden sticks. It goes off quite quickly and you can carry on working. As you can see, that's both sides in now, and there's just the front and the back piece to do. Same story, one little stick in first to get the distance in right, and then the main joint in. Same one now, last piece. And here we go. It's I think for what it is, it's quite a nice effective little stake bed, and it'll get a coat of lacquer when I lacquer the main truck as well, give it a bit of durability. Just holding it firm, waiting for the super glue to go off now. I was fortunate with this operation. I managed to not get myself stuck to the job, which is a fairly usual thing for me. I've replaced the axle rods here, and on the back I glued into position a couple of 2mm washers to stop the axle rods from flopping about a bit. I hadn't got anything quite the right diameter for the size that I'd taken off. I'm gluing them in position, and I'm using that UV glue that goes off with the when you shine the light on it. Oh, it's pretty good. Again, this is going to be a cabinet thing. It's not going to be running around the carpet, aided and abetted by a 5-year-old, so it should be plenty strong enough. Just a little bit of detail in here with these marker lights on the roof and the checker plating around the doors. I think this is some ancient nitro mithril silver that I've had lying about for the better part of 20 years now, but it's still runny and effective, so break it out the pot and press it into service. I'm painting them completely silver, and then I'll go in with some orange afterwards. The silver helps to set the orange off, makes it stand out a little bit more. There's galvanised tread plates around the side. I suppose if I'd thought of it earlier, I could have put some around the back of the cab there, but I don't think it's key on this little project. So there we have it, and here's the completed project, ready for you to have a look on the turntable. Made the registration number PIB3 because it's the Painted Blue Challenge, and it's the third one that I've done. It's for the Diecast and Modelers Community Facebook group, who do this every year that around about this time, try to raise some money for the Alzheimer's Society charity. I'll try to leave a link at the bottom of the description if I can, should you feel inclined to contribute. Obviously, absolutely no obligation from me, but it is a worthwhile cause. So if you've enjoyed the vid and think it's worth chucking them a quid or two, that would be very much appreciated by the DMC group and myself too. So here she is, wooden stake bed that we added. Made the hubcaps, made a little tailboard for it with some stop and tail lights and indicators, and mounted the number plate. A very simple little truck from Lone Star, who I really associated with cap guns when I was a little kid, to be honest with you. I know they did make some military vehicles and quite a few plastic soldiers and cowboys and Indians and that sort of thing. Another company long gone now, as far as I'm aware. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you all again soon. I've been Hellboy59. You've all been very patient, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.